The penultimate step. One of, if not the reason why long jump is so difficult. To be good at long jump, you have to be good at this, or at least decent. And if you're not, you're going nowhere. And today, I will be giving you a guide on how to improve your penultimate step, things to look for, things to avoid, common mistakes, and just about it. So, what is the penultimate step? The penultimate step is basically the last two steps right before you take off for your long jump. It is different than a normal run. You will be, it's similar to as if you were squatting down to try to get the top of a basketball rim. What you're doing is, as you're running, you will be lowering your hips so that you will brace for the impact at the board, and then you shorten your stride, you lengthen your stride at first on one step, shorten it on the next, and then slam into the ground. And given your hips dropped, they will be going up, and that should propel you to get more height in your jump. Why is this so hard, you may ask? It sounds very simple. The reason is because you're going Mach 10 at the speed of light, head first into a pit of sand. Speed is what makes this so difficult. It is so difficult to get right because it is such a quick movement and you have no time to react, and you have to move your body parts so precisely. So, what should a good one look like? Well, first off, if you want to look for a good long jump, the simplest thing to do is to look at the pros because they do it perfectly. If you take a look here, I will be showing you a pro athlete. I do not know which pro athlete as the time of recording this that I'm going to show you, but here's a pro athlete. As he is running, as you can see, right before the takeoff, he will drop his hips and lengthen his stride. Now, one big thing to keep in mind here, he is not forcefully dropping his hips. He is simply lengthening his stride, which, as a result, will drop his hips. Then on the next step is very much shorter and much more forceful and attacking at the ground. And also, he is not stiff. The biggest thing a lot of jumpers will do, and a lot of coaches will say, is you want to be stiff in your jump. Because if you're stiff and you're like in your muscles, they're sturdy, you're going to basically become a human spring. Is that true? Yes. Is it ideal? No. Because the biggest thing is if you do it incorrectly, you will slow down. And that is what we don't want to do. That is what I do all the time. Don't be like me because I suck. As you can see here, this pro athlete is not as stiff. Instead, he keeps his muscle flexed, he keeps his leg flexed, and he strikes the ground with force and power entirely coming from his muscles, instead of relying on physics and making his body into a spring to launch himself in the air. And as you can see, he is maintaining his speed tremendously while still getting an insane amount of height. Now, I will say for the record, you still want to be a little stiff, but you don't want to be stiff across your entire body. Your legs should be a little more loose, but your core and your upper body and your back especially should definitely be more stiff so that you don't lose posture. Now we're going to go over how you can improve your penultimate step. What can I do to get to this pro level? Well, there's a bunch of things you can do. First off, simple pop-ups. I think simple pop-ups are very good. Run at whatever you want. You could vary based off the day, how you're feeling, how intense you want to be. But I will say the faster you go, the better the practice is because you need to get used to that speed so that you can have that control when you take off. What you can do is simple pop-ups. Do the penultimate step and pop up. Don't be too forceful. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's simple. It should be more of a warm-up, honestly. The other thing you can do is plyos. Look, I think we can all agree, if you want to improve your penultimate step, you need some big quads. You need some dummy thick thighs. Take a look at Jeff Henderson, okay? This dude is just a perfect specimen here of what your quads, what you dream of your quads looking like, except they aren't. which is mostly me. I don't know if it's you, but it's just me because my quads are skinny. One big drill that a lot of people do, but this is more of a college drill because I don't see a lot of high schools in D1 high schools doing this. I only see like college places doing this. Is you want to take off, except your second or third step will be there will be a box in which you kind of naturally will drop down, and then you'll hit another box that'll naturally bring you up, and you'll naturally fly up. That is basically you just trying to stay on balance so that you don't trip and fall like an idiot, but you're going through the motions of a penultimate step that is supposed to be correctly, because it's supposed to be very straight and you're supposed to feel like you're running. And on top of this, you could also do like the little springboard things. They're a little semicircle. A lot of high jumpers use them. Those are very good. You could do those into the sandpit or on a high jump mat. Those are very good. That's very good for giving you the motion of a penultimate step. And then, of course, the best thing to do is throw yourself at it. Try it out. You got to do it. You got to do it over and over. You got to repeat it. So first jog into it, and then run a little faster into it. Do more steps. Do a landing. Then do a full sprint into it. Then do your full approach into it. It's better to do it like that. You need to just get the motions down with the speed, but you need to work towards that speed. What a good penultimate step should look like. So basically, how to tell if you're doing your drill correctly. Your body shouldn't be shocked. Your body should not impact the ground and feel like you look like Mario when he falls like 1,000 feet in Mario Odyssey. Like you don't want that. You don't want to feel that when you do a penultimate step. You don't want to shock yourself. That is basically what I mean when I say people are too stiff. When you're too stiff, you're like, that's what you feel. And also, if you're shocking your body and you're not smooth enough, what'll happen is if you're like me, you'll lean back or your hips will go up and your body will arc back naturally. That is very bad. You don't want to do that. That'll slow you down a lot. And also, it does not feel good on your back when you do that. It should basically feel like you're running on air. Really should just feel like that. It really just feels like you didn't even take off the ground. You just kind of ran off the ground. And the biggest thing, I think I'm pretty sure I said it, keep your posture. You need to be straight. You can't be bending back. Bending back is a big no-no. Basically, that's it. That's really all you need to do. You got to work on it. If you got to work on it a bunch. If you want more tips, more workouts, I suggest looking at some D1. Watch some D1 practices. Talk to a coach. Do stuff like that. Some tips, really, you got to make sure you're using your muscles. You use your muscles. You have a sturdy, strong core. If you want some extra things to do, make sure you work out. Working out does not hurt at all. Strengthen your hamstrings, your quads, and especially strengthen your core. Because if you're not holding on straight and standing up straight and you have bad posture, that is really bad. You don't want to do that. You don't want to look like me. You don't want to look like an idiot who can't PR. So, there you go. That is basically what the penultimate step is, how you do it, and how you can really increase the distance of your jumps tremendously. Thank you guys for watching, and I will give you guys some more tip videos if you want me to. I'm going to be doing it next week, and I have an idea for it. It's not track related, actually, but I look forward to doing it, and I look forward to sharing it with you guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.